What's going on, dum-dums? Welcome back to the dark room in basketball. Today, I've got an interesting thought for you guys. The San Antonio Spurs just drafted a generational talent in Victor Wembanyama, and they're not off to a great start this year. Now, that's not Wembanyama's fault. That's not Popovich's fault. The team just isn't that good. They've got a ton of young pieces scattered about the roster between Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, even Trey Jones is a solid piece. But currently, at the time of recording this, they're a top 5 worst team in terms of record in the NBA. So it had me thinking. They already have Wembanyama, who is their franchise cornerstone. What if they get the first pick again? And today we get to explore that in the world of NBA 2K. Move me up to that side of the screen real quick. As you can see here, I've loaded up to the end of the 2023-2024 regular season. And we're here at the draft with the San Antonio Spurs. As you can see, here's all the boys here. Here's Wemby and how good he already is. Love to see it. And now we're at the NBA draft, right? We have the first pick. What do the Spurs become if they get another first overall pick? First thing to look at is the prospects. Where do they have them ranked right now? Now, I actually think this list is a little bit BS, just a little bit, because I did a little bit of research before this video, and I'm just obviously in the loop with basketball, and so I've been watching a lot of the college guys play and everything, and obviously some of the overseas guys. Where is he? I was just looking. I think this guy, Alexander Sarr, by the end of like the NBA season, people might be trying to talk themselves into this guy. He gives me very much Evan Mobley vibes, very mobile, like has shown a little bit of shooting stroke, elite rim defender and everything. Now in 2K, it doesn't look like he's like that elite in the draft class that I loaded in and everything, but you know, what if they paired him next to Wemby? I'm pretty sure he's from France too, isn't he? Yeah, Sarr's from France, right? Let me see. Yeah, he's from France. Sacre bleu, right? I couldn't not say that, right? But I think with the first overall pick with this, Ron Holland's the name that I see a lot of people throw around right now. He plays for the Ignite right now. Very, very talented player. I'm not gonna lie, the Ignite's really pumping him out. I wasn't sure how well the G League was going to translate to the NBA. I didn't think it was necessarily a bad idea, but I just wasn't sure. But so far, it's worked. These guys have translated to the NBA pretty well so far, and I don't think he's going to be any exception to that. So going into the draft now, the Spurs, who have the first overall pick, are going to take Ron Holland. I think he fits what they're kind of trying to build on this team too. You know, they need a point guard more than anything else. I'm not going to deny that, but maybe Trey Jones is kind of developing into that at this point. Like Collier is a guy that could be considered. I think DJ Wagner's the other one that people like a lot. This guy Klingon from Connecticut, he's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching him play last year, he was tough. Buzelis is another guy. I think he's just like, I don't know. I don't think he's like quite explosive enough, and I don't think he has the frame to necessarily be an elite player, but maybe I'm wrong about that. We're going to sim to our next pick now because the Spurs also in this world ended up with the 12th pick. Oh, and Bronny James is there. Oh, boy. All right. I'm not a big fan of Jared McCain. I've watched him play a little bit. I don't necessarily think he's like an NBA type guy. Xavier Booker is a guy that a lot of people thought might be like a top player in this draft come the end of the season, so we'll see. Do I take Bronny James? I feel like I have to for like position purposes. Give me Bronny James on the team. I love it. Sim to next user pick as well. We got 9 trade offers. Anything interesting? No, not really. What do we have on the board? Anything that interesting? Nope. Anybody that I'm really familiar with? Caleb Love, shout out him from Arizona. Yep. Nothing. Ooh, Armando Bacot. Oh man, I'm just looking at names and everything. There's Zach Edey. You know what? Give me Armando. Why not? Let's just go get ourselves a big. I love it. Looking at the results of this draft class, it looks like Collier might have been a safe pick as well, but I don't know. Holland is a guy that I think will probably be at the top of a lot of people's boards by the end of the season, so I've just felt inclined to take him here. But I'm really curious to see, like, okay, the Spurs, they got Wemby now. Wemby's going to get better in player progression. They're going to have this Ron Holland guy going forward. How many years until these guys win a chip? Let's find out. Alrighty, so taking a look at the roster that they've got for this season, looks like they still have Sohan running the 1, which, fair enough. I'm very curious to see how the experiment of Sohan at 1 goes in real life. They still got Vassell, Ron Holland starting at the 3. Looks like they moved Keldon Johnson to kind of an undersized 4, which fair enough regarding who they have on the team. Wemby's playing the 5. Then they got Trey Jones, Branham, Zach Collins, and Champagnie coming off the bench, which fair enough. That's kind of the core that you're gonna have to run with here. I want to look to see if there's any like free agents or anything like as far as vets that they could pick up to maybe like bolster the team a little bit. I'm gonna have a little bit of say as to what goes on in this. Not a ton, but a little bit. Like a Najee Marshall, like he doesn't do a ton for you, but he could be a rotational piece. He's not quite a vet. Like I could bring in a Rocco. At least he could shoot a little bit, defend a little bit. Let's give him Rocco. See what happens with him on the team. All right, so now they have Rocco kind of as that ninth guy, is just having another wing or like a true four on the team. So I think that helps them out a little bit. But let's get to Simmon and see where these boys end up. Alrighty, so we've reached the trade deadline, and I'm not gonna lie, the team started out not too great. As you can see, there's a lot of losses mixed in with some scattered wins here. And I sounded like a weatherman there for a second, but the team's been winning recently. As you can see, they're up to 30-22. Good enough for the 5 seed, which is a big comeback considering they were the worst team in the league this last year. I want to take a look and see what kind of... There's been a lot of moves being made, but where are the Spurs? Have they made any moves? Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. That's how I got the first overall pick. Just ignore that, okay? Oh, they traded Branham for Jalen Duren. If for those of you familiar with the Wizards series, we love Jalen Duren on that team. So definitely go check that series out. A little bit of plug there. But Jalen Duren is on the team now. So are they playing Wemby at the 4? They are. And Ron Holland is still starting over Keldon Johnson. That was going to be my next kind of question. Looking at some numbers, because I have to look at numbers. I'm the numbers guy. Ron Holland is having a phenomenal start to his career, shooting 34%. We take that, honestly, out of the young rookie who I believe isn't even like that elite of a shooter. No, he's not at all. So we definitely take that. 17 points, so you're getting 17 out of Vassell. You're getting 22 and 11 out of Wemby. You're getting 2 blocks. The turnovers are a little bit high, so that's a little bit odd. But hey, and only 2 fouls a game. That's another big one for Wemby, and keeping him on the court. All right, you got a good thing going. How's the Sohan at point guard going? Almost 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. You're getting a steal. The turnovers are solid. I'd like him to be a little lower, but you know, he's young. We take this, and Duren's on the team now, getting you 10 and 10. Okay, Spurs putting together a little something. So we're kind of rounding out towards the end of this first season with Ron Holland and Wembanyama on the same team. It looks like they're going to finish within the playoffs, which is interesting. I really want to touch on the Duren trade that was made by the CPU of 2K. In this, I think I was a little bit confused when they wanted to play Wemby at the 4 at first in like real life. And I shouldn't say confused, but I was like, oh, I'm curious as to like how this is going to go. I would have probably played him at the 5, but seeing that he's like almost he's not a better perimeter defender than interior defender, but he's almost more impactful for the Spurs to have him out there. So when you can have a true 5 and Wemby causing chaos out on the perimeter and he can actually guard those guys, I think that might be where he's at his best long term. All right, so here we go. Luka won MVP. Love to see it. Collier got it. Did Ron Holland come in like second? Normally it's determined by points. Oh, Ron Holland definitely got it. There's that Sar I was talking about, man, and he was actually lower on the draft boards than probably 2K would have even wanted him to be, but man, fair enough. Shout out to Collier though. Cam Thomas, 6th man of the year, absolute walking bucket. Evan Mobley, DPOY over Victor. All right, Kuminga, most improved, got you 17 a game. Clutch player, Ja. JB Bickerstaff for Cleveland. Looks like Cleveland's going to be really, really good. We got anybody in here? No Spurs, no Spurs. Oh, Wembanyama, All-NBA 3rd team. Where'd your numbers finish out? 23 and 11? Love it. Turnovers are still high, but you know what? You're young. We can work on that. It's never surprising to see young players with, there's Victor again, with a lot of turnovers. The game just has to slow down for those guys. Just to slow down. There's Ron Holland. It looks like he probably came in 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. Fair enough. But, you know, game just has to slow down. So we got the 4 seed. Let's simulate the play-in. And they got the Memphis Grizzlies off the bat. Who has their roster changed a ton? Nope. Looks like it's relatively similar. They got anybody hiding on the bench that I should... Oh, see, y'all tried to hide Trenton Wofford and D'Angelo Russell on me. Larry Nance is there. Najee Marshall, who we almost brought in at one point. Interesting. They've got a better peak than we do in Ja Morant. But when there's a Victor Wembanyama on the court, we might be able to send the high flyer packing. Let's simulate the first game. Spurs get the win. Simulate the second game. Spurs get the dub again. Oh, just send them boys back to Memphis. Who did they think they are? We're the first ones out of the first round. And now we got the Pelicans, who are the 1 seed this year. What are they rocking with? Looks like they're going primarily with who we expect them to go with. Sometimes they have Dyson Daniels running there in these simulations, so I'm going to guess he's off the bench. Yeah, there he is. He's not maybe as high of an overall as I would have thought, but they got Christian Wood on the team too, Josh Hart. They have another point guard on the team, Jordan Hawkins. Yep, he counts. Jordan Hawkins in real life, man, that dude, I knew he was a bucket at UConn, but like, man, I'm not. I shouldn't say I'm not surprised that he's looked so good in the NBA so far. His game is an NBA style game. The college game is so old. Y'all just have to trust me. It's really annoying to like coach there sometimes. Just it's so old. It's so old. Anyway, let's get on to the simulation. Let's see what taking game 1. Okay. The sliders haven't been touched, y'all. I promise. Okay. Don't blow the lead though. Don't blow the lead though. Oh, you dirty dogs. Don't make me go in and adjust the lineup. I'll go in and adjust. What happened to Popovich? Crystal Glover. Yeah, you look like you pray to crystals and stuff. What is... Oh my god. Good. Popovich, who did you leave us in the hands of? Oh, y'all not benching Sohan. Y'all are not benching Sohan. We're shrinking the rotation a little bit for this last game, and we'll simcast it and everything, but we are not about to do that. So that means we got a wing, a big, and a point off the bench. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty. Let's go into simcast this. I can't believe Popovich left. I don't like it. We got a close game. It is not a close game right now. They might be sending the young fellas packing right now. It's not over. It's not over. It might be over. It's over. All right, well, first team to blow a 3-0 lead are the young Spurs. Fair enough. How did guys do in the playoffs? What were some of the numbers we were working with? 24 and 11, kind of the same. Okay, same thing out of Vic. We love that. We love the consistency. Vassell was pretty good. How efficient were you? Solid. We like that. And Ron came back to earth a little bit in terms of his shooting. Okay, that's fine. He's going to get better. He's young. That's the whole point of this, is to see where they end up. All right, let's simulate through the rest of this round, though. Pelicans back in the finals, mostly just because in the simulation I had to do to get to this season, the Pelicans were there. They ended up losing to the Celtics, but now they're going up against that Cleveland team that's apparently so good. They've picked up Kelly Oubre, Kenyon Martin Jr. Is Kenyon Martin Jr. on that team now, or is he's with the Clippers? He's with the Clippers, right? He got moved so much. It's hard to keep track of. Okay, they've pretty much got the same squad as before. Let's simulate the round, and Cleveland just beat the snot out of them. Shout out Darius Garland. They lost some games on the way here, but apparently not to New Orleans. All right, on to the offseason. All right, we're here at the lottery. I don't think the Spurs have a pick via Atlanta. The Spurs have a pick via Chicago, too. Oh, that makes me so mad as a Bulls fan. Oh, that's right, because of the DeRozan trade. I hope the Bulls get some picks back for all this stuff, man. Let's just do this. Let's just see what happens. Maybe they fall back into it. All right, y'all, no surprises so far, but are the Spurs gonna move up? No, they're not. All right, cut to the next time the Spurs have a pick or something interesting happens. Ooh. The Rockets have leapfrogged. The Rockets are moving up, and they already got a good young core. So what's happening here? Ooh, so what does this mean? I can never remember what this means the rest of the way. So the Nets are picking 4 now. Wait, that means the Spurs have moved up too, right? Or did we lose that pick? Where's Atlanta? I don't even know. I'm so confused. Oh, no, wait. We were the 8th pick via Atlanta? Oh, no. The 5th pick was the Bulls pick, right? So did they get to keep their pick? We lost our pick. Okay, I'm an idiot. There was a protection on it. So you know what? The Spurs are going to get the 8th pick, and the Rockets are going to get the 1st pick, which means that they're going to get to pick up Cooper Flagg, which is a pretty elite prospect, I would have to say. Alrighty, I just went and simulated the draft. So where did they pick with the... Where's the pick? Weren't we 8? Weren't we 8? Where's the Spurs? Elanu. Where are you from, my guy? USC. You're one of those USC guys. Gotcha. I'm confused. Has a move taken place? They must have traded the pick then, right? Let's go see. Can I see it here? Am I stupid? Oh. 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 Well, hello. Well, if that's not exactly what y'all needed. Ooh. Okay. I'm very intrigued now. Jalen Brunson on the team, a very savvy player to play with a bunch of other very savvy and skilled players. I'm here for it. Let's go to the rookie signing. Looks like y'all just don't want these two in the second round, but y'all want these guys, the guy you took after him. Fair enough. Yeah, keep them. Sure, why not? I'll go through and do this one to make sure they don't mess it up. Y'all want to bring Cisco back. Sorry, Baycott. All right, so I simulated through free agency and everything. Let's see what them boys are working with. So there's Brunson. Wembanyama's up to a 94. There's Dern at an 85. Devin Vassell's looking good. Ron Holland took a big jump. Sohan, I did move him to the power forward just because I'm like, okay, if they have Brunson, he can go play the 4. I guess he'll probably come off the bench because Wembanyama's playing the 4 right now, and Duran is going to be playing the 5. But did they pick up anyone else? Ooh, Bronny James got a little bit better. Maybe he falls into the rotation a bit this year if there's no other point guards. Oh, they picked up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope as well. That's an interesting little sign. It looks like that maybe is the only guy. They might have only need to sign one guy in free agency, and I'm guessing he's on a minimum, 2-year minimum, actually. Okay, fair enough. On to the next season. All right, so looking at the rotation that they've got for this season, they got the newly added Jalen Brunson. They still got Vassell at the 2, a nice scorer. How's his defense at this point? Oh, defense is awesome. Ron Holland, he does everything, especially defend. His shooting is up a little bit too. It's his second season, right? We're feeling good about that. We still got Wemby, we got Duran, Keldon Johnson, Sohan, Zach Collins, and Bronny James off the bench. Absolutely love to see it. Alrighty, so we're at the part where they pick the all-stars here, and I'm just curious if we've got anybody. Looks like Wemby's back in it. Shout out Brandon Miller is already in it. Who do we got here? Anybody else for our squad? Nope, doesn't look like it. Wemby did make it last year. I didn't show y'all, but Wemby also made it this year. Accidentally went a little bit past the deadline, but it's all cool. I just went and looked too. They didn't make any trades or anything, but the team looks pretty... Oh, they're actually better than I thought. Okay. They are the 2 seed just behind the Thunder. The Thunder are always so good in these simulations because they got all the young guys. Looks like they picked up Buzelis as well, which is have Bradley Beal. Interesting. And Vucevic and Stefan Cassell with Lou Dort and Jalen Noel. Holy cow, that team's loaded. Let's take a look at our boys, though, and see who's kind of cooking for us. Yep, that's what I expected. Wemby followed by Brunson versus Holland. I haven't messed with, like, shot tendencies or anything like that. I'm just letting them kind of roll, and 2K usually disperses it in this sort of fashion. But, man, at the end of the day, when you got Victor Wembanyama on the court, man, y'all are going to be a tough out. This team is cranking out some wins right now, y'all. I'm sure, yep, as soon as I say it, it always happens. I always try to interject a little bit before the end of the regular season, and that always happens. Luka, MVP again. We're in the Luka era. Ian Jackson, Rookie of the Year. I'm not sure I'm familiar with your game, sir. Looks like you're going to North Carolina. Congrats to you. Jaden Hardy, 6th Man of the Year. I'll be curious to see if he develops into a good player or not. Evan Mobley, DPOY. Again, not Victor. Amen Thompson. I feel like if he doesn't end up becoming the starting point guard for the Rockets, which he definitely will, this guy's an elite player, then yes, he will be a 6th Man of the Year candidate. Luka, Clutch Player of the Year. That sounds about right. Coach of the Year. We fired the other girl, and now we found Stella, but Stella's killing the game. All right, Stella got no charisma, doesn't know anything about analytics. She don't work hard. She don't know nothing about money or basketball. She got no influence, not organized. She can't even find a Band-Aid in the locker room. Offensive coaching, she's ran a pick and roll or two. Defensive coaching, she says to put your hands up. But she's leading this team to glory. And then John Murphy. Don't say he looks like me, y'all. I already know y'all are about to. That guy looks soulless, and I'm soulless, but come on now. We got any boys here? Anybody here? San Antonio Spurs, Wembanyama. There we go. Anybody here? Wemby looks like he would have finished 4th in DPOY voting. Fair enough. Luka? I'll just shut up. Wait. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that's right. It shows it by guards. first, not like ranking for this one. So I guess I don't know if Wembanyama was fourth, but I got real confused. But still, Luca, shout out Luca, man, Lonzo Caruso, yeah, all those names make sense. I'm used to seeing those. Anybody that we took here? Anybody? Nope, nobody at all. That's okay. But we're the number 1 seed. Ooh, we passed up OKC. All right, simulate the play. And who we got? Oh, we got the Pelt. Let's beat their brains in, man. They got CJ Dyson's there now. Zachary Risacher. Played against him before in our Wizards series. Not a fan of Zachary. Need to win this series. We shrunk the rotation down to 8. That's the most I'm really going to mess with things in this series, just getting rotations right. And I know we've got only one true point guard out there, but Sohan's secondary position is a point guard, so he can run some point off the bench for him. All right, y'all, let's get to simulating through this. Give us game 1. Give us game 2. Okay, thank you very much. Can I have game... Ooh, you sneaky people, you. Come on, give us the third one. Simulate with Simcast. Come on, y'all. Let's get to this. Let's send them home. Let's just send them packing. I really don't want to have to deal with any more New Orleans Pelicans. It looks like they're taking care of business right here. Absolute molly-whopping, cheeks rotated, butt cheeks are out getting spanked in this game. All right, now we got the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry, I got way too intense about that one. So who does Phoenix have left at this point? Still got Book. They got Q Grimes, Durant, Isaac Amundsen, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Okay, y'all hiding anybody else on the team? I always got to look. Sometimes Ace Bailey, younger dude. Kevon Looney's there. Delano Banton, love Delano Banton's game. Mo Bamba, not worried about Mo Bamba. And Bates Jop. Okay, fair enough. That's at the end of the day, y'all got Booker and Durant, so I gotta be weary. But let's simulate through a game. Phoenix got game 1. Oh, come on, give us. Oh no. So what do we got for like matchups and stuff in this game? Who's guarding who? Ron Holland's guarding Durant. Brunson's got Book. No, I'm not coaching. I'm not coaching this one, y'all. We wanted to see what would happen. We're going to see what happens. And they came back. See, they don't need me. They don't need me. They don't need me. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would have won a chip already. Y'all know that. But these boys might just do it themselves. Maybe they just do it themselves. Maybe 2K does know best at the end of the day when it comes to having Victor Wembanyama. Yep. Moving on to the next round again. See, I'm not even going to get to put a ring on if we go to the finals this time. This ain't me. I mess with the rotation a little bit. I'm like a consultant for these boys right now. They put together a very nice team. I'm just merely here consulting with them. Anyway, we got the Lakers here, it looks like. Looks like Cleveland and Detroit, the 1 and 2 seeds there. They took down OKC for us. I feel like that's big time. I feel like we got to capitalize on this. I'm pretty sure LeBron retired, though. So who's on this team? Davion Mitchell, Austin Reeves, Franz, Jared Vanderbilt, and AD. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I think we about to beat the brakes off of y'all. But let me shut up. Maybe y'all got a secret weapon hiding on the bench. They do. It's Mitchell Robinson. I knew it. With Marcus Smart and Christian Brown, Jalen Hood, Shafino, D'Anthony Melton. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is a pretty solid team overall. Like, this is a good team. But I think we got Wemby at the end of the day. I don't know. I think we gonna be okay. Yeah, let's get these dubs. Get these dubs. Yeah, see y'all in the finals. Who we got? So Wemby, 21-14, about 6, 2.5. So what, we getting about 6, what is it called? Stocks? The steal block statistic, is that what people are calling it nowadays, right? Shooting 41% from 3. Honestly, 48% from the field is kind of baffling to me. But maybe he's taking a lot of stupid mid-range shots or something. And Cade Cunningham. Not surprised about Cade Cunningham either, man. He looks like he could be an all-star in real life this year. I love Cade's game. So, and I love Asar Thompson playing with him. Just makes their lives so much easier. But let's see kind of what they got going on in the rest of the roster. There's Ivy, there's Asar, Beef Stew, and Wiseman. James Wiseman starting in a finals game. Wouldn't that be something? I'll believe it when I see it. All right. They got Brogdon off the bench. Oh, Branham. How did you get here? Who did Branham get traded for originally? Duran. That's right. So that's why Wiseman's starting. It all comes back around. And they got Clint Capella off the bench too. Marcus Sasser. Marjon Beauchamp. Okay. It's a solid team. I don't think it's as good as ours, though. Like, let's simulate through. Let's simulate through another. Well, I think that's all she wrote, y'all. I think that's all she wrote. Ooh, slow start, real slow start. It's never good when you see the 1 point on the scoreboard to start, but they're holding true. They putting it on them, and they're not letting go. So listen to that, Spurs fans. You don't have long to wait. You didn't have to wait very long to get back into championship contention. Y'all are gonna suck this year. You're gonna draft a good player. A year's gonna go by where you have some solid growth, and then you win a chip. It's that simple. But hey, let me know what else you guys want to see. What other simulations should 2K see? Are there things you want me to talk about as a guy that's been around the basketball world quite a bit? Y'all let me know. I love talking about the Spurs, though, man. I'm excited about them. It's how can't you be? But yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys for helping me reach almost 130 subscribers already. I know that doesn't seem like a lot if y'all watch like Mr. Beast or something like that. But to me, I've been working pretty hard at this stuff, trying to make something out of it. And it's been a lot of fun so far. So seriously, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you watch the end of the episode, comment Wemby. Just comment Wemby. I don't know why my voice cracked there. Leave me alone. All right, bye.